Yes, I am. Truth. I am TimBlack.com. Tim Black.
Hey people, how you doing? It's your man Tim Black. Welcome to the Freedom Friday show. And look at that, I got all these pictures up, man. I've been really killing it. How you doing? Welcome to Friday, people. Welcome to Friday. Hope everybody's feeling good. Hope you can hear me. Let me make sure we're live and everybody can hear what's going on and I can hear you. Hey, audio's distorted. Audio's distorted. Oh, shit. Damn it. Is it the mic or is it the music? Is it the music that's distorted, guys? Let's try this.
Tim Black. Tim Black.
Is it the music?
Tim Black.
Or is it me?
Yes, I am.
Was the music? Is the music okay, guys? Audio's fine. It's your sound. It's my sound machine. Huh. Let's see. How's this now?
You gonna eat your cornbread?
Oh, okay. I don't know what it was, guys. I just went live for like an hour and it sounded like it was okay. But hey, stuff happens. Maybe something touched my mixer. I got a lot of chords going on. Milo and Mara tonight. Oh, God. Well, anyway, guys. You think we talking about you? No, we talking about everything else, man. What's up, people? How your Friday been? Guys, it's been a crazy week, as you all know. Everything's been crazy this week. I don't know what's going on in the White House. I don't know what to believe. Do you guys know what to believe? It's crazy. Immigration thing been really popping this week. We had, the immigrants' day off. So, I'm not doing Facebook right now. Tech move, I'm not doing Facebook right now. They got to come to YouTube, man. Tell them to come to YouTube. Is they on the internet? It's like, come to YouTube, people. I know a lot of people left YouTube. They don't want to be on YouTube anymore. Tech move. I don't know why, brother. I guess it's the chat. It's trolls on Facebook too. But anyway, like I was saying, man, the immigrant thing is really kicking up a lot of dust, and a lot of people. It's causing a lot of concern across the country. And then we get this thing that happened today with the freaking Associated Press released. And I saw the tweets, right? I know they probably released articles as well. But on Twitter, right, they said that the White House was going to unleash the National Guard on border states and contiguous states, right? Louisiana, Colorado, of course, Canada, Mexico, like along the border. Anything that touches borders, we're going to have National Guard presence. So, hey, man, thank you, man. Thank you for the link. Thank you. So, look, guys, I'm like, this is really coming to a head right now. We got a lot of people. We got to remember, we got people that have, who've spent their entire lives in this country. We got entire families. So this is crazy what's going on. We have a lot, a lot happening, and it's enough to make you just say, wow, like what are we coming to? Like what's real news? What is fake news? Because after they released the after Associated Press and then other news organizations picked up the story about the possibility of the White House having National Guardsmen go round up people, would sound pretty scary, right? You know what I'm saying? To those people. Then we get the White House saying it's not true. They said it didn't have, they said, no, it's not happening. It's wrong. They're wrong, and it's all fake news. The article is fake, Tim. Yeah, that's what I heard. Right, that's what I heard. I heard it was fake. I heard Sean Spicer say it was fake. But here's the thing, guys. Even if we believe the article's fake and the memo was a dead memo, they just put it out there to see who would bite on it or whatever, right? Because I've heard different stories, right? Here's the thing, man. It's really damaging the people's psyches. You know what I'm saying? It's really damaging that that type of stuff goes out, you know, like into the world and scare the hell out of people. Right? You gotta, you know what I'm saying? So, like, it's a horrible experiment. It's a horrible situation, right? Like, that this could be propagated across the news waves. But what I also find very funny, guys, and I don't mean funny, ha-ha. I mean, like, funny, like, it don't add up. It's how all of a sudden the establishment likes leaks. All of a sudden, leaks are good. All of a sudden, a leak is cool. But 6 months ago, leaks were the worst things in the world. Anybody who participated in leaks should be jailed forever. We should let Snowden rot, and Assange should be brought to justice. What did Hillary Clinton say in a closed-door meeting, that she thought Assange should be shot or droned? That's what it was, droned. And what had Assange done? He participated in leaks. Is there anybody out there who doesn't see how ironic this all is? That now that the leaks benefit these people, yay leaks! Yay leaks! You know what I'm saying? How's that clap? Is that clap okay? Hope that clap is okay, man. I don't know. Deep state regime change hypocrisy. Wow. Roseanne Maturana, my friend. What's up, Roseanne? How you doing, sis? She says she has a son-in-law in the National Guard who hasn't been called in yet. I don't know, Rose. You know? Rose, I don't know, sis. Man, you get one story from one thing, one story from the other thing. And, you know, people don't, you know, it's very confusing. That's why I love independent media, because when we even when we talk about something like this, I'll tell you, man, this stuff is very, what's the word for it? You got to feel leery about it. Leery. Like you don't trust it. It's like the cousin who says, can I borrow $50? I'll give it back to you on Tuesday when I get my check. And you like, all right, man. You'll give my money back, right? I need this, right? I need this back, right? So you may give it to him, but when you give it to him, you leery. Because you know you may never see that $50 again. Bye, 50. I love you. And that's how I feel when I report some of these stories, man, because it's hard to vet them. As I get bigger, and as I have my own research team, which I'm going to get to because I will not stop. I will not stop. I'm going to keep growing. I'm going to have my own crackpot staff of people that sniff out fake news. It's going to be more than just Tim Black. Because haven't you heard? You know, I'm busy. The cult of personality. He's the cult. He thinks he's special. No. Some people think I'm funny. Oh, interesting. It's not what I think. It's what other people think. You can't get anywhere in life doing anything that puts you in front of the public unless other people think stuff about you. It ain't about what you think. I mean, it is a little bit, because you got to have confidence, but it's never about what we think about ourselves. It's about what other people think about us when it comes to getting hired for a job, and whether you like it or not, when you perform in front of people, when you do news, or when you sing songs or dance, or even when you have any business, it's up to the public to tell you what they like and don't like. Speaking of the public telling you what they like and don't like, I want to go to this, guys. This is very interesting, guys. I want to rock with this. I want you to check this out. What is this doing open? Okay, I got too much open. I hope that didn't mess up your screen too much. I want to do this story of Nick Cannon. I tried to do this story earlier on Coffee with Tim Black when I'm doing a new thing with my Coffee with Tim Black shows. I'm doing like 7 shows, like back to back, 5, 6, 7 minutes, 4, 5, 6 minutes per show, per story. And just like hitting all the bases. But I wanted to come back, circle back, and talk about Nick Cannon, because Nick Cannon has just tendered his resignation to, AGT, America's Got Talent. And while I run down what's happening with the story, I want to do a commentary, and I really, really want people to think about what I'm saying here and what's going on with Nick Cannon. Now, we know Nick Cannon's been performing. He's been on a lot of shows for a long period of time, even though he's only in his mid-30s, maybe early 30s. So he's the host of America's Got Talent, and he loves the job. He says it's the best job he's ever had. Okay? Best job he's ever had. And I don't want to misquote him because he said a lot of stuff. Now, Nick Cannon, he posted a lengthy message on Facebook. Nick Cannon posted a lengthy message on Facebook where he talked about why he has to leave the NBC competition reality show, America's Got Talent. And what it boils down to is to this. He says, I was to be punished for a joke. This has weighed on my spirit. It was brought to my attention by my team that NBC believed that I was in breach of contract because I disparaged their brand. I found myself in a dark place having to make a decision that I wish I didn't have to. But as a man, as an artist, and a voice for my community, I will not be silenced, controlled, or treated like a piece of property. There is no amount of money worth my dignity or my integrity. Now, this sounds really horrible, right? Okay, it sounds bad. The context around it is Nick Cannon did a stand-up show for Showtime, a stand-up comedy routine for Showtime, a special. In that special, he made some comments that NBC did not like. He said, I honestly believe once I started doing America's Got Talent, they took my real N-word card from me. They did, because then these type of people started showing up at my shows. And when he said that, he pointed to 3 white folks, older white folks, who were in the audience. He said, I can't do the real N-word stuff no more, because then they'll put me on TMZ. That's what NBC is going to stand for tonight. N-words better come on. Because N-words be cussing, so N-words be careful. N-words better come on, NBC. N-words better come on, and N-words be cussing. So N-words better be careful. Or N-words be careful. That's it. Okay, so NBC didn't like it. No, NBC does not like it at all. Right? Now, they didn't fire him. But he heard on the grapevine that they were thinking about firing him. So he said, oh, you're going to fire me, huh? Oh, so that's how y'all going to roll. I do a stand-up where I talk bad about, basically, it was pretty negative. Like, if anything, black folks should have boycotted him if they tired of us calling each other N-words. But NBC felt the fact that he was using the N-word, they going to make Nick Cannon an example. Not only do we not want white people using the N-word, we don't want you using the N-word, Cannon. So, that's what happened. But they didn't fire him. Nick Cannon quit, which is an important distinction between what happened here. In an interview with Howard Stern on Friday morning, Cannon said he wasn't worried about reaction to his Showtime special. If they fire me from AGT for the things I've said, I could sue them and create a whole new controversy. NBC hates black people. He said with a laugh, he laughed. It was a joke. He wasn't being serious. And he said with a laugh, because Howard Stern says, man, all that white money gonna dry up. Because you know Howard Stern don't care, right? So anyway. Now, I just want to put a little bit more context with it and say, Nick Cannon, once again, he said, hey, it's the best job that I have. Hopefully I can do it forever. Adding that he was unsure how many more years was left on his contract. So there's a longer statement in here where he talks about he feel like they're taking away his freedom of speech because now they're trying to censor what he says. They're going to punish him for his stand-up routines that he does outside of being on the show that he did on a whole other network because they say it damages their brain. Okay, so you said, I proudly stand as one of the few who gladly take on whatever repercussions that come from it. All right? Consequences and repercussions. Now, I bring all this up to you guys because I want to point out some things that I don't think most people in mainstream media are going to talk about. And that's why you come to the Tim Black Show, because you want a different take. Here it goes, guys. I understand exactly where Nick Cannon is coming from. I get it, right? You want to be able to do your comedy, and it should not reflect on your day job or your other job because it's a different bucket. You got a AGT bucket. You got a Showtime special bucket. You got a comedian on tour bucket. You got hanging with your friends bucket. We all got all these buckets. I get it. I understand. Here's the thing. When you sign those contracts, right? When you sign a contract, and I'm sure you have those contracts that say if you do anything that damages the brand of the company, a clause of your behavior. I forget the exact term for it. But we know those contracts where they try to control you. Well, when you sign those, you sign away your ability to do whatever the hell you want to do. That's what the money's for. When you sign a contract, and I don't care what company you work for, I just believe that some people who are in the performance arts and some people who are in, I don't know, in the public eye, who work for other people, right? They forget they still work for other people. Your life isn't your life anymore. This is not just about you being black using the N-word. You could have been white using the F-word in regards to homosexuals. You could have been many other things and been different. Look at George Lopez. Okay? He said something, he called a woman a B-word. What I'm trying to say is it's not fair, but that's the way it is. This is also about corporations protecting their brand because right now, we got companies being boycotted because of the words that someone utters. We got companies being boycotted because they carry certain people's brands that they don't like. They punish the whole company and all of the people that work for the company because they don't like what somebody said who doesn't work for the company but provides their materials to be sold in the store. So it's a very difficult time to be anything, particularly anything in the public eye. There have been people who have tweeted something in jest and lost their day job. Nothing to do with their day job at all. Zero. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying, that you deserve to be fired. I'm not saying any of that. All I'm saying is that's the climate that we live in now. Now, in Nick Cannon's defense, I will say, I don't see what he said that was so horrible, but like him using the N-word is not the most horrible thing for a black person to do, though I try not to do it myself, particularly to anyone that would ever hear it in the world, right? Because it is negative, and it will be turned back on me, little old Tim Black. If I can't use it on my shows, you really should think about it because you are big. Now, the thing about Nick Cannon's in the public eye. Nick Cannon has people that rely on him, I'm sure. I'm sure he's the most well-off person in his family, and he has provided a lot for his family over the years. This is a shame. It's a shame. It really is. I wish him all the best. Now, before, but I want to say this though. I want to say this. When I first got started in IT, I worked for a company in Northern Virginia, right outside of DC, and I had the opportunity of working with many different colors of people, different nationalities. We're talking when you work for DC, when you work in DC or near DC, you're going to have a wide variety of people. Okay, so I had an opportunity to really get to know a lot of people from different cultures and backgrounds. One of the people that I worked with was a white guy from Wharton Business School who grew up in New Hampshire. I think it was New Hampshire. Or was it Wilkes-Barre? No, it was New Hampshire. Okay? He came from a well-to-do family. But he was a really cool guy, man. Down to earth. He became like a best friend. Now, mind you, I was in my mid-20s. He was in his mid-20s. I remember going to lunch and we would just have conversations about the differences of our lives. Me growing up mostly in the inner city, obviously, being Tim Black, and him being him. A white guy from a well-to-do family, and we were there together at this company. We talk about life. And I remember I went on my little thing, sort of like Nick Cannon, like, I'm wearing this shirt and tie, I got to adapt to this, and I got to do this to try to get ahead, and I got to, conform to all these different things I got to conform to in order to make it in this company. And the guy turned to me, my friend. He said, Tim, do you think I like wearing this suit, man? Do you think I like wearing this suit? He said, I like smoking weed, drinking beer, and if it was up to me, I'd be wearing some cut-off shorts with some flip-flops, man, and an old T-shirt. He said, I do this because I have to do it, just like you do it because you have to do it. This is the uniform. This is what we have to do. And that's when I said, aha! I understand a little bit better now that there are white people who have to conform to crap they hate too. Now, I'm not saying that black folks, or Nick Cannon specifically, that his having to water down or his jokes or watch his language or anything is comparable to what this friend, my friend, at this IT company from a well-to-do background had to do himself. But I'll tell you, it's not that far off. It's not totally in a different galaxy. Corporations run this world, particularly this country. And everybody's conforming in one way or another. Not every white guy talks like, hey, man, come on, dude. Hey, man. Well, it was great to see you. All right, buddy. Not every white guy sound like Dave Chappelle doing the white guy voice. Or Richard Pryor. Well, all right, buddy. All right. They put on the face of milquetoast, Honda Civic driving, listening to non-confrontational music, never, oh, no, I don't smoke anything. They put on this air of, everything's, thank you very much. All right. Everyone has to conform to this crap. There's only one way out of conforming to crap, to bending to the will of the corporations, and that is being your own person, being your own business, paying yourself. That's it. And that goes to white folks, black folks, Latino folks, Asian folks, Native American folks, all y'all folks, transgender folks, straight folks, ableist folks, whatever, man. We all have to conform to this crap when you're under the system. And we're all under the system to some extent or not. Even if you own your own business, if you want to make that business be profitable, to a certain extent. And even when you go counterculture, you have to stay counterculture, or now you are lost again. Because see, even when you go against the grain, you got to stay against the grain. These people talking all this alt-right stuff got to stay alt-right now because now they're locked into that. They can't be, they have to be a cartoon character of themselves. All this I'm trying to say, at the end of the day, I'm trying to say this. What I mean is this. NBC probably has got a lot of problems with what they do. Case in point, Melissa Harris Perry. Case in point, Tamron Hall. But you get what you pay for, or you pay what you get for. At the end of the day, man, you're still better off, or we're doing better off than most people will ever do on the globe, sir. And if all you had to do is not use the N-word, you were lucky. I still wish with Nick Cannon the best. But I just want us sometimes to walk in the shoes of other people. Some of the things in the letter I read from Nick Cannon sound a little bit like he was calling people to his defense. And I get it. You know, I'm standing up for the blacks. I'm standing up for the gays. I'm standing up for women. I'm not gonna let them push me around. I get it. But there's really no statement to be made just because you want to use the N-word, man. I'd rather you stayed and kept your job and kept on employing people or whatever. Because the word ain't worth it. Now, if someone's, made sexual advances to you, you standing up because you want to stand up because these people are trying to take advantage of you? Or someone's belittling you? Yeah, I can see you standing up to that. And then I stand with you on that, and I will be there for you. But your ability or your freedom to use whatever word, and now they don't want you to do it because you make their brand look bad. Remember the light of the whole context of what's going on in this country right now, where you say something, people trip. You tweet something, you lose a job. You make a Facebook post, you lose a position. You said something 30 years ago, you lose a presidential appointment or a nomination. Hey, it's tough out here. You guys let me know what you think in the comment section. You guys let me know what you think out there, because, I see it many different ways. I would like to say, once again, that it could just be, hey, you need to run your own show. But still, running your own show don't save everything. All right, guys, that's all I got. That's it for my little rant. I hope you guys, get where I'm coming from. We all are a part of the system, and we're all under the system, whether we believe it or not. The system is there. They're watching what we do. They're watching what we say. Companies are watching what we do and watching what we say. Sponsors watch what you do and watch what you say. And all it takes is one pissed off group of people talking about Nick was at the show on Showtime. Nick said this, I don't like Nick. And then somebody tweets it and somebody else tweets it. Next thing you know, you got a boycott of NBC because they let Nick Cannon, they still hire Nick Cannon. Now that didn't happen in this case, but it happens. And I'm trying to fight it. Even when I fight it amongst certain people, they get pissed off. And we should be able to stand up and boycott everything. People want to boycott everyone. I say, yeah, you should be able. This is my take on boycotts, guys. You let me know if I'm wrong or right or what you think about it. This is just my opinion. I'm down to boycott stuff, but only if the company did something. I'm not down to boycott companies, because I own a company, based on what somebody else did. That to me is extreme. Boycott that person. That's what I would do. That's what I choose to do. If you don't like Ivanka Trump, for example, don't buy her stuff. But to boycott Nordstrom's because they carried Ivanka Trump seems like, wow, Now, if you don't like Nordstrom's, boycott Nordstrom's. But when we start boycotting companies because of the people, then you are basically forcing companies to vet people, to fire people, to not hire people, and then now companies are policing people. And not to mention, you're punishing all the other people that work for the company. So it just seems it seems harsh, over the top. But I'm sure you guys have your own opinions about it. I love to hear it. It's going to be cool, man. Remember, tonight is Freedom Friday. Hope this clap sounds all right, because you never know. I hope my callers are clear. But right now, guys, we're going to go to phone lines. The phone lines are open. They were born open. They were born free. I was born free. Well, it ain't actually free. You got to pay for the phone lines, but you know what I'm saying. Now, I'm going to make a switch, guys. I hope this works out. Okay? Okay. This thing all hesitating. What's going on, man? This thing is acting crazy. I'm looking at this. What is going on? What's the problem? It didn't like me pulling out that microphone. It didn't like that, you know? My system was like, hey, man, don't change nothing. Bring my cup over here. Here go my cup. Hey, guys, go to TimBlackTV.com. Pick yourself up some coffee. Pick up a woke T-shirt if you're woke. Support this channel. Support independent media. We do our best to bring it to you raw. Let me make sure I can hear stuff.
Let's sprinkle some crack on them and get out of here.
It sounds good to hear. Sounds good here. I don't know why it was so backwards earlier. Let me give you guys a phone number in case you don't have it. Phone number is 319-527-6212. 319. You know. All right, guys, I'm going to the phone lines, 319-527-6212. I think that's what it was. Now, remember, guys, they got this new feature here. I'm not running on Facebook tonight. I'm not up on Facebook. I haven't launched on Facebook. So it's not that Facebook is broke. I'm not streaming on Facebook tonight. So that's why I'm not on Facebook. I just haven't launched my phone to put me on Facebook. But her phone I got to reload my phone or something. So I'm just like, you know what? I'm just going to do YouTube. But look, guys, call in now. Let me test my first call. Let me make sure phone lines are cool. They should be cool. They were cool last show. Oh, there goes some people. Some people in the house. I got my people. I love this, man. All right. So let me test with the first caller to make sure we are all good here. And I got a 314 number. 314, how you doing, brother or sister?
Hey, Tim Black, how you doing, man? Can you hear me?
I hear you just fine, man. Let me check with the crowd, man, and make sure the crowd can hear you.
it's a little muffled. It's muffled a little bit on Blog Talk, but I can hear you like while we talking like right now. So it's all good, man.
Oh, okay.
How
It's
y'all
hard to hear the
doing?
show. Oh, good, man. Good. Hey, guys, can you hear my man Don Bay from the great state of Missouri?
Thanks, I appreciate that, man. I know you switched it to from 5 minutes to 3 minutes, so I'm gonna try to be real fast because what I want to say is Nick Cannon, he gonna be okay, man. I mean, we might not agree with the principles, but at least he's standing on some kind of principles. You know, just stay strong, Nick Cannon, man. I get it, But another thing I want to touch on is the young man you had on your show, the draft Bernie dude.
Yes.
That guy.
Yes. Samuel Ronan.
Yeah. Number crunchers, guys like him, we need more of them. They play a key role because what he said, I would say it was about 95% true. But instead of Lincoln wasn't drafted for the Republican Party, he helped start it. I understand why he want to ask Bernie to do it. I don't think Bernie gonna do it, and I think he knows this too. But I also feel like he feels he should ask Bernie. But I do realize the young man, from what I seen, because I seen him on Lee Kemp show too. I seen the one you did with him, man. I watched the one Lee Kemp did with him too. And the one thing I got from it, he deep down it seemed like he know Bernie gonna turn it down. And deep down, I get from the young guy, he feel like he know the only way we gonna do this is by ourselves. So I get him. I hope a lot of other people get what the young man said, because what he said is about 95% accurate. You can go look it up. And but no, I don't think Bernie gonna do it. And that's just my honest opinion. We got to do this by ourselves. We can't draft nobody to do this. We got to do this ourselves.
I love it, man.
That chick, the same progressive, she been critiquing them Justice Democrats and all this stuff. She been critiquing this, and a lot of people been giving her hell. But what she's saying is true.
But
what she's saying is true. It's legit.
Can I ask you a question?
You can't, huh?
Why do you think that everything that goes on from Bernie to the Justice Democrats to the draft Bernie, why does everything, nothing fits, nothing works for her? Everything. I mean, everything. She's like, she shoots everything down. There hasn't been a single movement that she's been behind.
I think a lot of times she over exaggerates, but we need people like her, cause she a little pit bull. We need people like that, and the way I kind of get it too. How can you vote them in when the system is already rigged? And we gonna need somebody that's gonna have to stand up and call this stuff out in real time. And Bernie didn't do that. Bernie didn't call this rigging of the election. Then all of a sudden he needed to call stuff out in real time. And he, I don't think he's capable of doing it. The person that's going to be able to do that is going to be doing that with the bulletproof vest on. That's just my opinion. I don't see it no other way.
Well, look,
when the person come out with a bulletproof vest on and say the stuff like Bernie was saying, but saying it the way it really needs to be done, that's what it's about. Because we can't do this through the Democratic Party. I'm sorry. It ain't going to work.
All right, man.
But I mean, that's just, thanks, Tim. That's just my opinion, man. You know, I just feel like we can't do it through the Democratic Party. They got it. It's too much. It's too corrupt. It just is. And I'm down for the cause.
I hear you, man. I hear you. Give it up for Don Bay, man. I appreciate this phone call, man. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. You got it, brother. You got it, brother. My only thing is this, man. We can't shoot everything down. Right? That's just my opinion. It's like all I'm saying is there were people who had bad things to say about Joe Stein. I know this, like no one's perfect. No one's perfect. No one's ever going to be perfect unless and you know what? No one's perfect. No one's ever going to be perfect. But I don't want calling things out that mean well to be a trend to do. That's all I'm saying. I feel like some people, maybe it's just my impression, but their brand has become to say everything is something wrong with it. Like everything. Like, well, you know, and my thing is we should be able to be constructive and work with these movements and work with people to make them better. To make them better. But it seems like like I said, it's becoming a brand. Now, maybe that's just my opinion. Obviously, Don Bay felt differently. He's like, we need people to do that. Okay? But, and that's his opinion. My opinion is different. Okay? That's not what got Trump elected. We just saw Trump take the White House. And there's a lot wrong with Trump. Now he's the most powerful man in the universe. And the scrutiny, I'm cool for scrutinizing. I'm cool for calling people out. But I also want to do it in a constructive way that's like where we build coalitions, that we build things up, where we just don't say, this is bad, this will never work, get out of here. You bad, get out of here. I don't believe that's the best way to go. I don't see how that's constructive. And once again, Trump won. He the president. He is. And that scrutiny that we are applying, I just think we need to be constructive as well. I don't want to get rid of everybody. I don't want to get rid of Bernie. I don't want to get rid of Nina Turner because she may say something tomorrow that certain people don't agree with, or Tulsi Gabbard to just throw it to the wolves, or Jill Stein and get rid of her, and the Jamu because he wrote this paper 10 years ago, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because you're going to find stuff on everyone. And I bet if you ran, these people who are pointing fingers, I bet if you ran for something, we find some stuff about you too. That somebody else will say, you know what? Get out of here. And all I'm saying is, I don't want to throw away good people and good ideas. Nick Branner is a good guy. I spoke to him. I text him. We talk offline. We're building a relationship where we're going to talk offline. Lee Camp is a good guy. But I bet if I dug far enough, I'd find something Lee Camp did at one time, one day, or in a video, or something he said that I didn't agree with. Shit, I've had people come at me with the same type of attitude. Or you did this video. I have almost 1,600 videos. You did these 2 videos I didn't like, Tim Black. Well, you use this term. You said social justice warriors went too far. I felt that way on those issues. You're a sellout. To me. 1,600 videos, 2 videos he didn't like, to the point where he made a video and that wasn't good enough. I responded to him and said, hey man, that's not right, that's not fair. I stood up for this. I stood up for Michael Brown. I stood up for issues that are true issues, but when I feel people go too far, I'm going to call them out. That guy didn't want to hear none of it. Then he went to Facebook and put the video up because I won't respond to him in the video form. So this is his response. People are more complex. And it seems like people are looking for opportunities when all they do is cherry pick you and throw away everything good you've done. So I don't want to do that to other people. I know what that's like. I'm trying not to do that to other people. Next call. I got a 1111111 in the house. 1111111 something. Hey, you live with Tim Black on Freedom Friday. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. Who's this?
Oh, hey, this is Abon. How's it going, Tim?
What's up, Abon, my man? What's happening, brother?
Hey, I'm not sure if YouTube is fine, but when I'm calling through here, it's pretty choppy from what I'm hearing.
Okay.
You might want to ask your other guests.
Yeah, man, and that's bad because I pay for this, man. But you can hear me a little.
Yes, I can.
That's messed up. Okay, man. Thank you, brother.
Oh, I just want to say I ordered your coffee. It's I forgot which brand it was, but it's like, I like the medium roast, not the dark roast, and it's pretty good. So if anyone's out there, order some coffee.
Hey, I hear you, man. Now, the coffee that you ordered, did it have my name on it?
No, so does that mean it doesn't go through you?
Yeah,
Do I have to order the tin black one?
Yeah, you gotta. Yeah, that's a company, and like they only have one brand that's mine. The rest is their stuff. But if you found some coffee from them that you like, hey man, more power to it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, as long as you like it, no doubt, brother.
All right. I'm still gonna try the other one, but I didn't know. So I mean, it just stood out as something that I might like, so I ordered that one first. So sorry.
No, man, they're good people, man. Black Mamba's good people, man. But Ebon is making videos, guys, and he's been going in depth and going down and getting into it, man. So, Ebon, what's on your mind, man? There's so much happening. I know you got some comments about some stuff.
Well, there's always a lot to talk about, but I think I just the thing that I've been kind of wanting to share all the time is Mark Edwards' lecture at Michigan University, and he talks about the Washington, D.C. and the Flint water crisis, and that kind of, it's his version of the story. He's a civil engineer, and, you know, instead of hearing the corporate media's version of the story and the government's version of the story, you know, you get to see it on the ground from him. And then today, I just saw a big tirade from Jordan Sheridan on TYT Network, and guess what? There's now another water crisis, this time in Chicago.
Wow.
So yeah, it's pretty bad. But I don't know. I just wanted to get that out there, see if people want to actually see what's going on, and you know, there's always history you can go back to see, you know, why does this keep happening? And then corporate media is going to give you their spin. Government's going to say, oh, EPA, they're bad, so we killed it. And then you've got the people on the ground that were fired from the EPA or left because they weren't doing their thing, or the CDC. And so, you know, you just have these people who are trying to do good, and it's hard. It's an uphill battle all the time.
Man, I totally
and you're one of the ones that's always doing good. So
I try.
You know, I hope you hang in there, because I'm doing these videos on the side, and man, it's tough. I don't know how you could do it full time.
Hey, Bond, I could do it full time because of guys like you, man. Bond is really a humble guy, man, but Bond is the reason why this show is going on right now, because he gave me a PC that works. So give it up for Bond Kim, guys. And I know you don't like that, but you deserve it, and forget it. You got to take the love anyway, even if you don't want the love. You got to take it.
No, I'll take everyone giving you love, man. You're doing all the great stuff. I wouldn't be here doing what I'm doing without you. So, thank you.
You got it, brother. Thank you so much for the call, man. Once again, give it up for Bond Kim, guys. Good people, man, doing big things, doing what we can, man. Great guy, man. And I mean that. Bond Kim actually donated me a PC. He really did, man. And, all right, I'm going to stop because I could go on and on. I'm going on and on already. I'm just like, I'm sure even though Bond loves me, man, he'll find 1-2 videos he don't like. See what I'm saying? That's all. That's my point. But that's not the totality of me, right? And I don't want us doing that to each other. Not the people. Some people are snakes. Not everybody's a snake, though. That's all. All right, next call. That's enough. 601. I hope you can hear me, man. I heard it's just hard to hear me on the phone tonight.
Yo, Tim.
Yo.
What up, Tim? All right, let me. It's Crunch, man. What's going on, dude?
What up, Crunch?
Not much, man. Yeah, your phone issue. It's only on the call line. So the people calling in, it's choppy for everybody. If you calling in, it's going to be choppy. Tim's voice is choppy. You're not choppy online or nothing. Just on the phone call.
Got you.
Just putting that out there.
Thank you, brother.
Can you hear me, Tim?
Yeah, I hear you just fine, man. You just hear me screwed up, but you sound good, man.
Actually, hey, you sound better now. I don't know what happened. I don't know if you just touched something, but you're not choppy anymore now. All right. So what's up, Tim?
It's your time to shine, man. Whatever's
right,
on
man.
your mind, brother. Whatever you feel.
So this, why I wanted to call in, man, is basically I just wanted to discuss kind of like the deep state stuff that's going on. I don't know if you're picking up on this, like deep state stuff, like with the CIA, kind of like battling Trump, and they're putting their little narratives out there. Like they got this Russian narrative that they're pushing hardcore, right?
Right.
And that's what I wanted to kind of talk about, was like the deep state stuff that's going on. And to be honest with you, man, these people are so freaking sneaky. We don't know what's going on, man, and who's really running the show behind the scenes. And now, something that I wanted everybody to think about was they're collecting all our information, right? So they got these vast things out in, what is it, Idaho? I can't remember, or Utah. I don't know where they got that facility at, but they collecting all our information, right? And so let's say, like, some of the younger viewers, you eventually going to try to run for office. Well, they got all this information on you, videos you might have looked at, or, just whatever. They got your whole life, almost, a dossier of your whole life. All they got to do is send you a little envelope like, hey, man, if you're trying to run for office, we're going to release this information. Kind of take you out the game, right?
Yeah.
It's just pretty scary stuff, man.
Yes, sir, it is.
That's all I was calling about, man. I don't want to take too much time.
Hey, look, man.
We'll let other people get in. I just wanted to put that out there.
Hey, well, thank you for the call, Crunch, and he's right, man. The deep state is deep, and what's going on?
Yeah, it is.
The story I was reading, man, Crunch. Thank you, Crunch, for that. The story I was reading is about, I think the CA. What's his name? Pompeo. I don't think I'm pronouncing that correctly, but he was saying, because the word is they're not giving Trump all the information because they don't trust Trump. And then the CIA put out a statement, no, that's not true. We are giving them everything. So, like, I don't know what to believe. Like, once again, guys, independent media has to keep it real, right? The mainstream media is running with narratives, but when you start digging into it, you'll see that, like, a lot of the Russia stuff is not for sure. It's like, we're not certain of this, and you'll see, like, fine print on the documents. But the mainstream media is just reading the boldface print. They're not reading, like, the disclaimer, like, well, we're still looking, or we're not certain, we can't say this is, it's still that type of language, even in this stuff. So when you hear CNN, MSNBC, you hear these entities running out saying, Russia, they are really leaving stuff out. And if you look at the real documents, you will see, even in the security, even in the deep state, when they release these things, these FBI or CIA, when they release this information, they're putting, like, little disclaimers out in it. And you wouldn't even think there was any disclaimer at all when you look at the headlines. You would think that, oh, no, we got them dead to rights. We got them dead to rights. And that's not the case in most of it. Okay, so anyway, going to the next call. Thank you once again, Crunch, for that. 415, you're live with Tim Black.
Hey, Tim. Tim, is this me? Am I here?
Yeah, that's you. Who's this?
This is Ricky calling from Ukiah, a.k.a. the middle of nowhere, and I'm out here in California. And I would like to continue part of the conversation that you were having with the last caller, because that's what I originally called for. So, the concept, originally the CIA and the, Department of Public Defense, or the ODFNI, or I forget what it's exactly called. They kept making exact claims. They said over and over again, we're going to release to the public the specific evidence that says that Russia hacked the election. And then it came out, and then it was like, well, RT is an international news source. And I was kind of like, well, CNN's an international news source. MSNBC's an international news source. And they were like, well, RT was really against fracking. And I was kind of like, well, good on them. And then afterwards, all the intelligence that I've seen, I kind of mostly discredited just immediately as it came out, because it just seemed bogus. From my opinion, I was kind of thinking like either the intelligence community is lying to the media, or the media is just inventing anonymous sources. And that was my take on it at the time. And then I watched your video. I mean, the last week, I've just tuned out the news. I was like, I'm done. You know, I feel, I mean, Trump's a bad dude. I mean, I'm not going to even get into all the reasons why, but I mean, I feel like it's assailing me. Like in August, I was afraid he was going to have his own channel, and now it's like he's become the mayor of all that is news. Like everything's about Trump. Doesn't matter what it is. Just anything that Trump does, they're just like, you know, Trump scratched his pickle, like, you know, boom, frontline, headline for the next 3 days. And the intelligence seemed to me no different until I heard your take on the huge immigration force, which was the first time that I had heard it refuted as taking the week off myself on the Coffee with Tim Black extended live segment that you did.
Thank you, brother. Well, yeah, Ricky, I hear you, man.
I mean,
yeah, I hear you, man. I don't know if you can hear me because I heard my phone was going in and out.
I'm just totally confused. No, I can hear you. I typed it in the chat as Chuck or Ichi. I guess I did as somebody else. But I mean, literally until that, I had never heard a source that was confirmed, and it seemed like Trump could have way bettered himself and just said, like, oh, this shit is fake, everything. It's all fake, everything. Fake, totally fake. It's all engineered by the Washington Post, or BuzzFeed, or whoever he decided to label as an albatross, but he didn't do that. And it seems to give credibility to many things that may or may not be truthful, and the amount of leaks is insane. And I mean, many of, especially the Washington Post, which has been the primary source of leaks, has been almost, I mean, they're like a 50-50 false. Like, you flip a coin and that's their credibility.
They're doing worse than weathermen. You're right. Way worse than the weather guys. Good points, Ricky. Look, man, I got to move on to the next call, man. But give it up for my call, Ricky, in the outskirts of California. It's nice, but it's in the middle of nowhere. I appreciate you, brother. Ricky's right, man. Hey, look, and when Trump did not come out, Ricky, and just totally just say, fake all of this, get it out of here, it leads me to believe maybe there's something to it. He should not leave any doubt. You know, so that's why I keep saying, Ricky, that it's, I feel like I'm leery, like I'm on shaky ground, no matter which direction I go with. And this intelligence just being released, or within the White House statements that are being released, you don't know what. You don't know who to believe. And it's like, prove it. And then people say, well, you're in the tank for Trump if you don't think he's lying on everything, and the White House is, if you don't believe the White House is lying. And then if you listen to the other side, they say, well, you're against, you're just falling for the establishment because they're trying to knock him down, and it just becomes. And you know what? You know how you like to say, well, it's always a gray area. It's like in the middle. I don't even know if you can apply that to this. So, I don't know. We like to say, well, they believe this, they believe that, and the truth is in the middle. It's like, I don't know. It's 70 degrees. If one guy says it's 70, the other guy says it's 50. You don't go, well, let's just call it 60. No, it's actually 70 degrees. Oh, it's actually 50. Next call. All right. 661. 661, you're live with Tim Black on Freedom Friday. Who's this?
It's Trudy, Tim. Trudy in California.
What's up, Trudy? How you doing?
I'm doing okay. How about you?
Good.
Good. Well, I just wanted to comment on a few things that people have been saying. Like, Debbie everything she says is true and factual and, can be proved, but she's so emotional about it, and she gets carried away and spits, and she looks like an insane person. So I can't ever bring myself to share anything she says because I look crazy by association or something. If people are not into that kind of thinking, it's great when she's preaching to the choir, but to somebody that you're trying to wake up, that's not going to help. And everybody's worrying about what Trump says and his vacations and everything, but in the meantime, yesterday he signed that where coal mines can go ahead and pollute streams. And, there's always all this talk about what he said, where he went. Can you still hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. I'm listening. You sound good.
Okay. You're just so quiet. I'm not used to it. I'm not used to people letting me do all the talking. I don't know. I think we're in deep stuff. This cabinet of his is just the worst you could imagine. And the Democrats are no better. We got to start a new party. We got to. And I still love Bernie, but shoot, Democrats are not going to change. The money is too important to them. Yeah, that's all I wanted to say.
Hey, well, you said a lot, Trudy. I appreciate you, and I respect your opinion, sister. And hey, look, everybody has to make their own calls. It's tough out here, and I support anybody who I feel is that their heart's in it in a sincere place. So give it up for Trudy, and there you go. And that's all I'm trying to say, right? 971. Thank you for holding on for your patience. You're live with Tim Black, Freedom Friday.
Hey, Tim. How's it going? This is Ben from Portland.
Ben, what's
up?
Here. What's up, Ben? How you doing, brother?
Hey, I was hoping to talk with you about news sources. And, I wanted to ask you what you gravitated towards using a lot. I guess, like, maybe The Intercept or, like, Vice News or...
I love The Intercept, man. Greenwald's my guy.
All right.
Yeah. Mike
Yeah,
Tracy's pretty cool too, man. I don't know who Mike Tracy writes for, but I met Mike, and I've had Mike on the show. I met, and so I like Mike Tracy because I know him. Greg Palas is another great one. There's a couple good reporters out of Chicago that I flock to. But yeah, man. Of course, my favorite journalist of all time is H.A. Goodman. Give it up for H.A. Goodman.
Yeah, he's been on fire recently. Every time I heard him, I just been loving it.
What are you currently checking out, man? What are your outlets? What do you watch or read or whatever?
Well, I just kind of look at things, over different social media and I actually have been finding it less and less, I don't know, of a great source. But I've just been using Google News for the longest time. I kind of think that the BBC over there, they may have kind of stuck to a more objective style of news, and I appreciate that because I don't know. To me, it seems counterintuitive. I know they were backing Hillary, and they thought Hillary was going to be the person. Then everything controlled the narrative afterwards, but like these big media entities, they could sort of like lose the viewership like really fast. Like somebody could just like, okay, I'm never going to read another Washington Post article, and with so many people ready to come up and make their own news sources and whatnot, it just seems like that's a bad call like on their part. But it just requires us to have the scrutiny like you were talking about earlier. So I'm just always kind of going between things. I just like objective wherever I can find that. But I barely can find that anywhere,
Yes, I know. It's tough out there, man. It's tough. Well, look, Ben, man.
I feel like they want it to be the year and a half pre-election, like all 4 years round right now. I feel like they want it to be like that kind of level, and that's kind of a shame because I think they're in it for the wrong reason when it comes to that. So.
Hey, look, man. If you want to laugh, go watch David Pakman do a Skype with Jesse Lee Peterson. You will laugh, man. It's like a debate, and it's like there's no there. It's like David Pakman's debating a chair.
Okay, nice.
So
yeah, I definitely love my comedies. So
yeah,
thanks, man.
Yeah, no doubt, man. Give it up for Bid, man. Much love to you, Bid, man. Good to hear from you, as always, man.
All right, back to you, man.
No doubt,
Take
brother.
care.
Yeah, like, and it's not that I watch David all that often. I just saw his video. I clicked on it. You know, I don't have to agree with everything David says to check out his stuff. Some people like in one video I recently did, guys, I said, you know, I was watching Anderson Cooper, and somebody said, "You watch CNN?" Like, there are other people live in my house who watch stuff. I walked by, that was what was on, and he happened to be talking to someone, a Republican strategist, and the guy was trying to defend Trump's statement about the Electoral College. So I sat for that segment. It's okay, right? Like, I don't watch like any particular, especially not cable news religiously. I'm the news, right? But I will watch a segment of something to see what people are saying. It's just that you can watch anything, but then you have to do your research, right? You can watch anything, but then you need alternative sources. That's all. Don't do what so many people do. Like if you watch David Pakman and you watch Tim Black and you watch Debbie and you watch TYT and you watch all these different people, right? For instance. And you watch Alex Jones and you watch this. Maybe I'm just maturing at this point. I just realized, you know what? I'm just me, so I ain't in competition with these people. I'm just going to keep doing my thing. Maybe that's where I'm at. And that's just where I'm at in this space. But as long as you are under the impression, if you know that you need to vet stuff, you need to listen to more than one source on a given topic and, you know, check different things out, be open to that. You're ahead of a lot of people, right? You're ahead of a lot of people if you think that way. Because most people watch MSNBC, that's it. A lot of people just watch that. They get everything from MSNBC. Why do you think we have Hillbots? Do you think the people that are just so locked in on Hillary, you can't tell them anything negative about Hillary? Why do you think that is? That's all they watch. They don't watch anything else, because as soon as they cut it on, they hear something they don't agree with, they cut it off, say, "I'll never watch that again." Don't be those people. Be open to other media. And I know I'm preaching to the choir because most of you people are already ahead of the game. You already know what's up. I'm talking about, you know, those people who, you know, these other people who don't realize this yet. They think, you know, I'm only going to listen to Rachel Maddow. Never thinking Rachel Maddow has sponsors. Rachel Maddow works for a network. They have talking points. Never even considering, never enters their mind, right? That even if Rachel doesn't lie about stuff, she omits stuff, and she doesn't call that a lie. Like, why do I have to tell him all of this? I'll just tell him this part and make my case. And leave out the other stuff that doesn't support the argument. All right, let me go to the next call. Thank you for holding on. 919, I appreciate you. 919 in the house, you're live on Freedom Friday. What's your name and where you calling from?
Hi, Tim. It's Kelly from North Carolina, except I'm not in North Carolina right now. I'm at my grandfather's house, so I apologize. I've been taking care of him, so I haven't been watching your stuff much lately, but I guess the topic today that I'd like to talk about is I know you've had the Draft Bernie guy on recently, and
Nick.
I think it's Sam Ronan.
Yes.
I just haven't had a chance to watch everything, but I'm wondering how we pull together. I know there's Justice Democrats right now, and I'm concerned about, NTYT, I love Jordan Sheridan, Nomiki, Emma Vigeland. I have issue with Cenk based on what he did in July. But I'm concerned about division in all of these groups that might end up sort of hurting the cause. Like, some people have ego in the game. I would say that's jank. I'm scarred but smarter after being I'm a former Bill Maher fan. But anyway, I just wondered, kind of, I don't know if I'm asking you to repeat yourself, but things that you've covered maybe with the Draft Barney group, or, how do we get all these people together so we don't have division that hurts? We're all kind of on the same page, although there's, do we go third party or try to, Justice Democrats are really trying to reform it from within. And I think that's kind of where TYP is. But I just wondered kind of what your take is on that.
All right, Kelly. Well, I'll give my best response to that. Give it up to Kelly. I appreciate you, Kelly, for calling in. And what do I feel about Justice Democrats and what do I think needs to happen? I think that we don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. That's what I think. Okay? I don't care where a good idea comes from. I just want good ideas. I don't care what side of the aisle people sit on. I just want people to care about the people who put people first. When you start from that point, I think you're starting from the right place. And what I'm seeing too much of is being focused on other stuff that don't matter as much. If we got a candidate, regardless of who they are, and if you like, if you can check their track record and you can see what they're about, what they stand for based on what they voted on, not just what they say, I think they deserve your support. As far as these groups, I think all the groups are great because people are doing something. I had to morph into this ideology, okay? Because I can either sit here for the next forever, millennia, right? Saying you guys screwed us, and you did this, and where you been? Or I could say, you know what? I'm glad you're here. Let's get to work. Now, if you do it again, you're dead to me. But you're back now. You're awake. We got to take advantage of that. We got to take advantage of that. This is new. For me, when I went on Lee Camp's show, excuse me, guys, goodness gracious. When I went on Lee Camp's show, I said this. That's when I started coming to this conclusion because Lee said, Tim, these people are marching, they're saying this. I know you're feeling like, where all these people been? And I said it on his show, live. It's on tape. I said, Lee, I have to believe. I just been telling myself that these people who are out here, they're awake now. They're fighting for. They're tired of the drones. They're tired of the deportations. Where they been? I don't know where they've been. But you know what? I'm just gonna give them the benefit of the doubt and say, if they knew 6 months ago, they'd have been here. The media wasn't telling them about mass deportations. The media wasn't telling them about. Look, they blacked out no DAPL till they couldn't black it out no more. Okay, there are people still who are just finding out about Dakota Access Pipeline. Believe it or not, we live in a bubble where we know everything, or mostly everything, right? But there are people who know none of this stuff. They hear none of this stuff until now, because Trump's in office, and now they can pin it all on Trump. But unless Trump's gonna stop it, he deserves the blame too, unless he puts an end to it. Because now it's your ball, baby. This is the job. And it's not fair that these things persisted under Obama, and only now have they come to view. But if I have people that are willing to stop these things that are still persisting, I can't turn them away because they weren't here earlier. I could, but I don't know if that's the right decision. You know what? I know it's not the right decision. So anyway, that's what I think about it, Kelly. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for asking the question. 205. Thank you for calling back, 205. You're live with Tim Black on Freedom Friday. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, Tim. It's Stephanie from Tennessee.
Hey, what's up, Steph? How you doing, sis?
I'm okay. I guess I've had better days, but on the topic of
two things I wanted to bring up and try to keep it quick because it's a 3-minute thing now. The phone line's working good now, by the way. I hung up earlier because it was all chopped up, and then someone said it's working good, and it's been totally clear. So Nick, I love Nick, and I want to give a counterpoint to it because I know you're saying, like, well, he needs to do his job and not make everything like a big social justice warrior issue. But I kind of get his position because, you know, like, working with, like, a lot of people in entertainment, like, I was never in the, like, star role or anything. Like, I always did, like, you know, like, smaller things. But, like, I can kind of get that because I did smaller things, is that, in general, like, these companies, they get so big that they don't care who you are, how much you've earned, or, like, you know, what you've done that you think that you can get respect or you should have earned respect. You know, because some people think you should earn respect, and then there's some people like me that think that everybody deserves, like, a certain level of, like, basic respect, not to be mistreated. But, you know, it's like if I walk into a store to, like, pick up some groceries and the cashier is absolutely miserable, I'm like, quit the job, go get a different job if you don't like this job. Like that frustrates me. Like, I feel like Nick did a good thing in being like, you know what, I'm not happy with this, you know, and being honest with himself and with everybody else and being like, this, I don't agree with this, you know, and by being vocal about it, you know, the company knows too what went wrong. So it's like, I don't see it as him, like, you know, being obstinate or anything. I think he's just being honest, and I actually kind of appreciate that because, like, he was talking about respect, and I totally get that because a lot of these companies, they just treat everybody like they're disposable. It isn't the way that it used to be, in that way that, like, the employees and the boss had a certain relationship, unless you work for, like, a small business these days. And even then, you know, you have to find the right boss. But, like, when you work for, like, these larger companies, they sometimes, you know, like, it's kind of like this mean sort of, like, boss versus employee thing. Not like, you know, well, you need to listen to the boss because they're the boss. Like, there does need to be, like, they're above you in that way, but they act like they're above you, like you're a lesser human being. Like, that attitude, like, you're going to do what I say, like you're a possession instead of a person, you know, like you're just a number. So that's my thoughts on that. And then the other thing with the deep state other people brought up is that I think it's really funny what's happening because it's Trump and Bannon, but at the same time, it's a little bit creepy because it's also, you know, the Ecuador election is coming up, and two of the candidates are like, we're going to go arrest Julian Assange, and it's like, what? You know, and the CIA has been, like, proven to be funding that, so, you know, how much are they trying to, like, keep information from getting to us? And then you find out that they were rigging the French election since 2012, and then we know what happened here with Bernie getting kneecapped and them doing nothing about it. But then they go all over Trump. So it's like they're not being consistent. You know, like, if they were trying to just help make sure that, like, we were safe, that would be one thing, but that's not the impression that I'm getting from them. So it's like people saying, like, oh, what you had said earlier, like, are, you know, people getting mad at you for defending Trump, or people getting mad at you for defending the deep state. I don't understand where the problem is that they can't understand that, like, they're both bad. You know, like we're dealing with a really rotten situation here where, you know, like, Trump's administration is crazy.
90
it's like
seconds.
A star imploding in a black hole of chaos. But at the same time, the deep state is bad. So, but it's like they think it has to be one or the other. You know, like, there always has to be good guys and bad guys in their mind, and they just can't seem to get out of that black and white mentality. But and I think if people could get out of that, we could start to move towards progress. But for some reason, people are really stuck in that, and it may have something to do with the mainstream media, because the way they always try to do the conservative media and the liberal media, and there's just not a lot of balance. So
60 seconds.
That's what I wanted to say.
Man, you killed this, Stephanie. Thank you so much, and I agree with you that. And you're right about First of all, you're right about Nick. There are two sides of it. I work for big corporations. I got treated like a number. You know, part of the reason why I went on and did my own thing. I could have stayed in that field. I could have stayed doing stuff. I work for companies that you know of. You know. But, you know, hey, you know what? I'm just going to leave that there. I understand what you're saying, Nick, speaking up. That's cool. I'm just saying it's bad out here. It's bad out because of the climate. I'm not saying NBC should have did what they did, that they should even be talking about firing you for what you did in the comedy routine. Right? All I'm knowing is
10 seconds.
All I'm saying is what I'm seeing happen to people consistently, or so often it's ridiculous, over a tweet, a post, anything. It's just like crazy. It just is. It just is, man. You know, it just is. And when you eat from that table over there, that table, well, these people, you know, control that. I mean, I'm not telling Nick anything that Nick doesn't already know. But it's bad for everybody, because these corporations don't really care about anybody. And I'm not saying all corporations are bad, but I'm saying when it comes to their bottom line, their shareholders, sheesh. Okay. And you know what? It's hard. Stephanie knows me because she sees me on Twitter all the time and on Facebook, and like she's really a true supporter. And by the way, guys, once again, I'm going to be checking the super chat to see if anybody has made a comment. And I'm going to read your comment aloud to everyone. That's in the chat here on YouTube. And also, what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask that if you appreciate this content, how about joining the Wolfpack? Go to the description box and click the link to become a monthly member or do a one-time donation. I'm going to ask you that because it's reality. Like, you want good stuff, you got to support it if you want it. But I'll say this, man, it's really hard. Stephanie knows. If I make a tweet, I only get 140 characters to make a tweet. It's hard to say something negative about both sides in every tweet. It's just hard. It's freaking impossible to get a cohesive thought out in 140 characters on Twitter, where I have the most reach. Like, I reach millions of people on Twitter every month. I reach more people on Twitter than I do on YouTube right now. I reach 1 million people on YouTube. I reach like 4 or 5 million people on Twitter. Okay? I had a tweet, you know, so, but if you try not to, so a person sees one tweet where I say about the Democrats, which is who I have the most beef with anyway, let's keep it real, because where I'm coming from, what I talk about, what I'm on. But it's not like I'm totally ignorant to stuff that Trump's doing. But a tweet can only fit so many characters. So yes, once again, it's hard. It's hard to people don't realize that both things can be bad, but it's hard to talk about both things in the same time all the time, right? Because you're only limited with so much space. When I do a show like this, I can talk longer. But many people won't sit around for all that. They just hear you said this, so that's it. Let me put you in this group because you made this tweet. I read your timeline. I saw 5 of your tweets. Forget the ones I agree with. I'm going to look at the 3 I didn't like. And now I know who you are as a human being. I'll go to the next call. Hope you're still there. 631 is in the house. 631, you're live with Tim Black on Freedom Friday. What's your name?
Is that...
That's you.
Is that me? Okay, good. My name's Mike. I caught you on Lee Camp a couple of weeks ago, and finally able to to call in. So thanks for taking my call. First of all,
you got it, Mike. Where you from, Mike?
I'm actually from Sayville, New York. It's in Suffolk County, New York.
Perfect, brother. Perfect. What's on your mind tonight, Mike?
So what if I said I was from Nassau? Would it still be perfright?
Hey, New York is New York.
Sorry, just busting your chops.
I love New York, man.
Anyway, sorry about that bad joke. Anyway, basically what's on my mind is, I at first I was kind of with the Justice Democrats a little bit as far as, I'm not affiliated with them, but I kind of felt like, we need to, take the energy that's there, and try to reform and primary them. But like, I kind of feel like, I was able to vote in New York, but in the primary, but my dad was one of the people that got one of those affidavit ballots, basically, a smile and a handshake.
Right.
If you get me. Sure, your vote still counts, sir. Anyway. So I kind of feel like the Democratic Party is dead, but with the draft Bernie folk, I kind of feel like they have a better, they kind of have a better idea as far as, just you can't revive something that's dead. And I kind of feel like the Democrats I think they're too far gone. But my problem with my problem with with going third party is, I voted for Jill Stein last time, and I do it again. I really do believe in her. I really do feel like you really should vote for who you believe in, not, in fear of who you don't. But like ballot access and getting your getting onto that stage. I mean, I don't know if I'm just saying I don't know. I mean, hopefully they have a plan to try to get access, but like, when I've heard Sam Rosen speak with some of your contemporaries, like the Humanist Report, and how he said, we should have more debates because it's all about access to people. My problem is, how do they solve that problem? And I don't know. I think you're obviously more tapped in, and maybe your other viewers are more tapped into it. So maybe I'll stop rambling, and hopefully you can tell me what I'm missing. Like what's their plan there, if you don't mind?
Hey, look, Mike. Look, great call, great question. Hey, look, man. Hey, Mike. I hate to be the one to tell you, man. I don't know what their solution is. Right? Like, I'm with you. Right? Like, what are they going to do about that? And I'm pretty sure this is the type of stuff that Debbie brings up. Right? But let's work on that. Get in there and be that person. Right? And then same thing goes for you, Mike. We need somebody to work on that stuff. You help work on that stuff. Because, see, I come from a community where people say voting don't count. And I get tired of fighting that. And I keep saying, this is my biggest beef with people who focus on this issue, but they're not helping fix this issue, is that when you keep saying nobody's vote matters, then people don't vote. Now, if you have time to put out videos and you have time to criticize the process and say this, and you may have valid points, well, then, damn it, you need to be fixing it. You need to be leading the fixing of that. And don't tell me what you can't do. Right? So, you're right, Mike. We need to do something about that. I'm with you. What you want to do? What you want to do except make videos about it and get views off it? What do you want to do? And I'm not talking to you specifically, Mike, but that's what I'm saying in general. I know people don't want to hear that. That's fine. I'm going to keep saying it. We got to fix what's broken, not just talk about how broke it is. And, yeah, that's what we got to do. That's my opinion on it. Let's do it. Let's fix it. Let's get in there. Let's get our hands dirty. What is the Draft Bernie crew going to do about it? They definitely got to address it. I see the Draft Bernie people melding with. This is what I see. And Steph asked this too, or was it Kelly? Kelly asked this. Ask me this. Draft Bernie going to need to get with Green Party. Boom. Bam. Mic drop. Mic drop. But it's early. Let's get the momentum. Right? Get the momentum up. Get the people. Right? You gotta inspire people. I think people need to be inspired no matter what they end up doing. And then these people who are the front of these, or the charisma, or which people say is bad, like the personality, you need that. I'm sorry, you need that. Every great leader had personality. You need some people like that, but you need other people too. You need the behind the scenes people. You need the strategists. You need all these people to pull off a movement. You don't realize what we're talking about doing. Are people getting what we're suggesting we do here? You're trying to topple a duopoly in the most powerful country on the globe. Do you realize what you're trying to do? Do you? To do that, man, it's going to require a lot. It's going to require strategists, soldiers, marketers, promoters, caretakers, everything. I mean, it's going to require everyone. It's a phenomenal undertaking. It might not get done in one election cycle. Hate to tell you that. But if we don't get started now, if we don't begin, it will never happen. So even to those people who disagree, oh, we need to look at this, we need to look at that. Yes, no, but this person has a point. That's even to the people that think that I'm wrong because I say that we need to chill on that because we need the optimism. How about you get behind the scenes and work with these people in creating this thing or bettering this thing that you say needs to be fixed? But see, I don't like hearing a whole bunch of negativity and not seeing your butt in the work part. That's all I'm saying. Because once again, do you realize the big undertaking that this is? And do you really believe, do you really want to fix anything, or do you just want to be part of the dissenting voice? Because that's really what it's going to come down to. You can either help make history, or you can be a person telling it. So it's tough. It's tough, my friend Mike. It's really tough, brother. And I want to give everybody the benefit of the doubt. I do. But we got to do. So do it. That's what I think, guys. That's where I'm at on this. Much love to everybody, man, who called into the show tonight. The phone lines are shutting. It was a kind of a light night tonight. I'm surprised, but hey, I guess my Facebook people weren't, because I didn't go on Facebook. A lot has been happening, folks. A lot's been going on, and, we all need to work together. If we don't work together, where are we going to get to? Nowhere. What are we going to accomplish? Nothing. We need great minds. We need great thinkers. We need great doers more than anything. That's what we need. If not,
you gonna eat your cornbread.
There's always going to be the establishment waiting to take our cornbread. There's always going to be the powers that be that want to control the narrative and keep the status quo. They want to maintain the status quo. Right now, the Democratic Party is back on its heels in a way that it's probably never been in since almost at least the last 30, 40 years. Come on, guys. You got to give me that. So when the Justice Democrats are talking about overtaking the party, hell, man, if they ever going to have a shot, now would be the time, don't you think? Like, really, think about it. I mean, I've never seen this. I ain't no spring chicken. I'm over 40 now. I didn't see this before. I never even heard of this before. Look where we at.
Nobody take no cornbread from me.
And if we don't let them take our cornbread and we stick to our guns and we start uniting and taking what's good and building on it and making it better and working with one another, right? And everybody playing a role, right? Maybe we got a chance. And once that's, like I said before, it may not happen in 2 years. They came for Susan Sarandon on All In with Chris Hayes, Susan Sarandon and my friend Josh Fox, both my friends, both people that follow me and I follow them and we talk, right? Cool people, real people. Well, Susan Sarandon, I haven't talked to Josh, but he just followed me back, which is cool. And I've been a part of some stuff that I saw him, I just never was formally introduced. But I have much respect for what he does with the environment, and I know his heart is in it.
Maybe I ought to eat your cornbread.
They want our cornbread. They want us to stay splintered. They want us to fight amongst ourselves. I don't want to be that guy anymore, even to the extent when I think I'm right. I was right about Jank. God pulled the trigger too quick, but you know what? He ain't the movement. So I'm willing to work with the Justice Democrats. I'm willing to work with the Justice Republicans. I'm willing to work with the Justice Independents. I'm willing to work with the Justice Libertarians. I'll work with anybody who wants to fix the problems I care about. That's me. I don't have allegiance to any group. I have allegiance to people, issues, causes. That's me. I wish more people saw it that way. Maybe I can help them come to that conclusion. Because if we don't start banding together, if we don't start throwing off the labels, if we don't start throwing the baby out with the bathwater, if we don't start saying, hey, you know what? Maybe we can find a way to work together. Let's work together. Let's break bread. If we don't do that, then you know what?
It's going to be consequences and repercussions.
And damn it, we've had enough consequences and repercussions already, man. It's time for us to get some rewards. I'm your man, Tim Black. Thank you for tuning into this show. Hey, man, you guys keep me going. And that's look, that's what it is. This doesn't exist without you. Look what you did. Of course I had to bust my butt. Of course I had to work hard for 4 years. 4 years in the trenches. I wasn't born when Bernie started running. But I had to be here ready and halfway decent at what I'm doing. And it just so happened that's when it came, and here I was. But without you guys, man, I wouldn't be doing this now. I thank you for your help. I thank you for having my back. I thank you for your support. Please continue to support independent media. Please keep your options open, your ears open, your eyes open. Listen to your heart, but think with your brains. What we're trying to do is huge. We can't do it separate. Someone told me recently, they said, Tim Black, you work so hard, you do so much, I see you grinding. But where you want to go, you can't get there alone, man. I hate to tell you that. You need a team. And I'm listening. All right, guys. Go to TimBlackTV.com. Holla back. Follow me. Real Tim Black on Facebook. Real Tim Black on Twitter. Much love to you. Have a great weekend. You'll see me uploading lots of content because I'm going to be grinding it out. And just stay safe, man. Hashtag stay strong, stand tall. Hashtag keep your cornbread. Because like I always say, don't you let nobody take your cornbread or your hope. Got to work together, man. I see you guys. Thank you so much. Shout out to everybody on YouTube, man. Who's out here in YouTube world, man? I got the greatest people, man. The Wolfpack is the bomb. I love you guys. What's up, Angel Tibbs? Julie, night to you, Julie. Darren, Alvy, always Tech Move, Trudy Caswell, my friend. United we stand. I love you, Trudy. Thank you so much, sis. Thank you for the phone call, too. Oh, let me give the love out to all my callers, man. My callers are the bomb. Tracy Lynn, Paul Oliver, Ditsy Lil G. Man, you kill me. Trump's your uncle. Man, see, I can laugh and enjoy it, man. I'm not no stick in the mud, man. I like to have a good time. You guys keep me going. Sandra Lee. I am Siler. What's up, I am Siler? Kevin Cook. Ulrich, my friend, Eve T. Ulrich came from Facebook. Thank you, Ulrich. Thank you. I know you. Low Key, what's up, Low Key? Jenny Lynn, Paul Oliver, Carmelita Foutoir, Forsaken Companion. Shout out to my man, 64 Cadillac, Coupe de Ville, a.k.a. Justin Funk, 65 Impala. Melanie, I got your message. You called me while I was live on the air, girl. Hey, hon. My man Momo Pineno, what's up, brother? My brother. Shout out to Sam Ronan, Nick Bronner, Lee Camp, H.A. Goodman, Benjamin Dixon, Anoa Changa, Debbie Lusignan, Michael Salomon, Crunch, Baby's Mama, Jake Smith, Krista Pagani. Ow! No, A-Red. Fred, what's up, man? What you got on my 40, homie? Bond Kim, my brother. Tequila Mockingbird. I love your name, man. That's why I shouted that out. Paul Oliver, strong heart woman. I love a strong heart woman. No doubt, sister. All you guys are great, man. Go by if you got Twitter. Tell Susan Sarandon, you got her back, and they came for Nina Turner. I was gonna jump in and look. They came for Susan Sarandon, and I had her back. Then they came for Nina Turner, and I didn't know at the time. By the time I found out they came for Nina Turner, I got such a policy on Twitter, guys, that when I saw that they came for Nina, I didn't go at her. You know why? I didn't go in to help her because I didn't want to make it bigger. Because if I bring my people, we just kick the dust up again. But they've been going in on Twitter, guys. It's been crazy. They are blaming us for Trump. And they won't stop. And they can't stop. They like Diddy. Can't stop. Won't stop. Can't stop. Won't stop. They won't stop. Shout out to my man, Oz, for all you do, my brother. And the Broken Carpenter. Where you at, brother? Jewelry by Nala. Hey, Jewelry by Nala. Send me some jewelry, Nala. And Darren Darren, what's up, man? How you doing? What's up, man? All right, guys, I'm going on and on, but it's been a while since I did the shout out thing, and I'm counting my blessings. You feel me? I'm counting my blessings. Sometimes you got to stop looking at where you want to go to. You got to appreciate where you are. You know, that's real. Stop and smell the roses. Because looking back to where I was makes me really appreciate where I am. And I'm going to look forward, but I appreciate being here. Thank you so much, guys. I'll see you next time. Much love to you, and I'm out.
Tim Black. Tim Black. Tim Black. Yes, I am.
True. Where's my votes?
Funny.
Killbots, where's my votes?
Tim Black.
Bernie people should have voted for me.
TimBlack.com.
Where's my votes?
Tim Black.
This is the Democratic Party, y'all. Where's my voters? Where my black voters? Where my black voters? You're supposed to vote for me, black voters. I'm the Democratic Party, El Pimper of all minorities. Don't you be voting for nobody else but me. Where's my votes? Where's my delegates? Where's my delegates? Peace, y'all. They gonna come get me. I'm gonna need bail money. I keep it up. But thanks to Obama, they won't need to charge me. Ain't that something?